Calgary hits minus 30 degrees Celsius for a few weeks in January, and no, I'm not going to pretend that's nothing. However, people who move in from Toronto and Vancouver say that the winters here are easier to live with. Let me explain that. This is what I'm going to be covering today. Everyone asks me the same question before they move in. How bad is the winter really? I live here every winter, and hence I can give you the most honest version of what to expect, not the tourism brochure one. By the end, you'll exactly know what to expect and why people cannot stop moving into Calgary. January and February brings stretches of cold which can go as low as minus 20 degrees Celsius or even further for one full straight week, if not more. You need a real winter coat, a block heater for your car, and winter boots which are rated for it. This isn't a mild winter city, and I won't tell you it is one. And here's where it gets interesting. What Toronto and Vancouver doesn't have is the Chinook winds. Warm winds roll in off the Rockies and can push the temperature by about 15 degrees Celsius. So let's say you can have a morning with minus 20 degrees Celsius and you could have a plus 5 degrees Celsius afternoon. Calgary gets these breaks more often than anywhere else in Canada. And here's the part which actually changes what people think about it or even feel about it. Calgary averages about 2,396 hours of sunshine a year compared to a roughly 2,066 hours in Toronto. And in Vancouver, the number goes down to 1,938 on an average. The cold here is dry, not the damp cold that cuts through you on the coast. Most of my clients from BC tell me the sun alone changes how the whole season feels. People forget Calgary gets a real summer with daylight going into 10 p.m. in June, and also the Rockies being just a couple of hours out west for a day trip. You dress for the cold months, and then you get 8 months of city life, which becomes easier to live in. That trade is why most people who move here do not leave. If winter is the only thing which is holding you from moving into Calgary, tell me in the comments what exactly worries you, and I will answer it directly. I'd rather have you make this decision with the real picture than just an assumption. Next, I'm putting your exact budget next to Calgary and Toronto to see what it actually buys. That one might change your mind more than the weather does.